Give me 1 second. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1 second. Testing 1, 2, 3.
On missing in California City. Police say they got a call around 6 o'clock last night, and since then the community has been out searching for these two young boys. 17's Perla Shaheen joins us live from the parents' house in California City with more.
Good evening, Eitan. Yes, we're about 70 miles east of Bakersfield right now. There's a big mystery over here, and many of those residents of the city are very worried. California City Police say they searched this house last night with canines. The canines were looking for the scent of the two boys inside. They smelled the scent inside the house, but they didn't smell it leaving the house. So police are concerned that the children never even left the house. About an hour ago, Cal City Police drove the father and mother away. They weren't in handcuffs and went willingly with police, but police would not confirm why they took the mother and father away. Dozens of residents drove and walked around looking for the two boys. Right now, many of them are still out here waiting for an update from police. Many came out again today to continue the search. So far, they found nothing. Police told the parents to stay in.
People took this very serious. We are small.
I spoke briefly with the father who did comment on camera. He declined to give his name, but he said he appreciates the efforts of the community in searching for these children. Now, neighbors say that they haven't seen the two children for the past day and a half, but this is still an ongoing investigation. Police say that they need to have more evidence to even be able to search inside the house once more. In California City, Perla Shaheen.
Okay, we definitely suspect foul play when it comes down to this matter. We definitely suspect foul play. Okay, we have 2 kids that are adopted. Okay, 2 adopted kids that are missing. 2 adopted kids that are children don't truly love their kids. They know they're going to get a check from the state. There's a lot of things that goes on. Now I'm suspecting foul play in this matter, and like I said, the very first the very first time I came on and on part one of this segment, and I bring awareness to our melanated kids, okay, our melanated people. I'm bringing awareness. I'm bringing awareness because, like I said, we cannot begin to talk about tribes if our kids are dying. If our people are dying, you can't talk about tribes. We can't deal. And this is the things that I understand that we can talk about our melanated people. We can talk about the things that are important to us. But if our kids are out here, rather than getting murdered, rather than out here murdering other people, we cannot build tribes. It is what it is. So I'm spreading awareness, just like I did with Kawan Charles, and he's still, that young man right now still hasn't got justice out there. He still hasn't had justice himself. We can't speak for our kids. Who else? Cherokee in the house. How you doing? Tula, Halito. I just want you guys to understand that my Aborigine channel is not just about the Aborigine, us knowing who we are. It's the protection of our youth. It's the protection of our youth, and we have to understand that people are trying to kill our young. They're trying to kill our young. If they kill our young, there's no way of population, if they kill us off young, we can't populate in a future. Okay, so they're killing our young off. So like I said, the news that I'm hearing is that these two young boys, one is 3 years old and one is 4 years old, and they both are missing. They both are missing in California City. They suspect foul play. They already have taken the adopted parents in custody. They have not arrested them. Now they have not arrested them, but they took them in custody. Okay, so they suspect foul play. Okay. Now, I don't have any word of the people who adopt the children. What color are they? I don't know what race, what background are they. I don't know. As I keep trying, I did see some white people in the camera, some relatives or whatever. I don't know, but I always tell people when people adopt melanated people, please don't have your kids being adopted by your oppressor. Your oppressor's not going to love your kids, okay? And we have some wacko people in our own community as well. We have some wacko people in our own community as well. So, we have to be mindful in watching our kids, protecting our youth. These are the things that we have to do. Be mindful of what's going on and protecting our youth. We got Toledo to you. Like I said, I came on. I got roof work going on the outside of my house. So if you guys hear the noise, forgive me. We still recovering since that hurricane. So they out there repairing on my roof. Okay, so I'm out here actually dealing with the people that I paid to fix my roof. Okay, so that's the noise that you're hearing in the background. Okay, I want to once again tell you guys thank you for making this channel what it is. This channel is growing because of you, and I'm just a part of it. It's because of you. I'm soon gonna be getting monetized. Gonna have a lot of clear cut statements on my channel. Ain't gonna be too much of of the old peanut notifiable for all the cursing and the stuff like that I use. Some of the language I'm gonna tone it down because I will in the next week or so probably go monetize. So so my channel can grow at its peak the way it should. Okay, so I will be doing some clean content. And of course, when we do StreamYard, I'm gonna let people go do what they want to do. Okay, on StreamYards, only certain videos I will monetize. Only certain videos I will monetize, and certain videos I will not monetize. Okay, that's just the way I'm gonna approach things. Okay, because I want people to have their opinion and people to basically say and do what they feel. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build with the conscious community. I want you guys to understand that we have a lot of people that talk conscious, but they're not living consciousness. Okay, we have a lot of people that talk conscious, but they're not living consciousness. Okay, sometimes we get up and we listen to people who like to film negativity, nothing good to say, but we are fuming, but we're not teaching. There's a lot of things. Shout out to Miss Meat. How you doing? Peace and blessings. Please subscribe to Miss Meat channel. It's a great channel. Like I said, we have two missing young kids. Let me get kids out the way. Kids or children, two young children. I just got educated about calling our children kids. If you actually find out the meaning, is you actually calling your children a goat, and your children are not an animal. Okay, so I had got when we had a healing inspiration actually corrected me and actually showed me, and I actually Googled it and actually found out that the term used as when we use our children and calling them kids, they're not kids. They're not kids because they're not a goat. So we shouldn't refer to our children as an animal. So I apologize for the misspoken words that I just said. Okay, so I will give you basically what it is. You don't want to refer to your children as a goat, okay? Because our kids are not an animal, okay? They are not a animal, and this is the meaning, the noun. This is the meaning, the noun. And this is what we have to grow as a nation of people, educate ourselves more on the way we talk. And I'm trying to get better at not calling our melanated people black. Black is dead. Black is a term of us being dead. There's no such thing as us being black. We are melanated people, melanated copper people. There's no such thing as a black. There's no such thing as white. There's a such thing as other shades of brown. There's a such thing as other shades of brown. Okay, so we are copper people, and we are not black. Okay, so I got to get better at not calling or referring to children as a kid, referring to children as a kid. So these two children, a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, are missing in California City, California. Okay, they're missing, and their adopted family, their adopted parents, have no clue where they are. They are highly suspects. Okay, these two melanated children are missing, and we have to keep our eyes open. We were talking about. We were also talking about the young kid Bobby Charles. He's still out there. They found him dead. They still have not closed the case on the people that murdered him. And we have to be mindful that we can't start tribes. We can't build tribes with our youth being dead. We cannot build tribes with our youth, whether they're in the streets, murdering each other, whether they're being abducted, whether they're being, abducted, kidnapped. We cannot build tribes unless we fulfill the needs of teaching the youth. What happened to the old school OGs? What happened to the people that they can look up to in their communities? And we are getting to the part where we are scared to talk to our youth. We are getting to the part where we are afraid to contest our youth. In New Orleans, Louisiana, there was a lady that got shot in the head by it's crazy, by a child who robbed her, who hijacked her car. Greetings, Dr. Amara. I want you to understand that. I want you guys to understand that these people cannot even go out in the streets without the young people terrorizing. Now, we're going to talk about what Donald Trump and his goons done, but we're not going to talk about what our own youth are doing. The murders of our own people. The terrorist is in our own backyard, and we are not invested in our youth. We are not invested in our youth. All you concerned about is what's going on in your house, but you're not concerned about what's going on in somebody else's house. Because what happens in that other person's house can affect your house. What goes on in that other person's house can affect your house. The same people you don't give a damn about can affect your children. And until we start caring, things will never change. We can't build tribes. Who are you kidding? Who are you fooling? We got to reach our youth. And yes, I care about other people's children. We got 2 innocent babies that are missing, 3 and 4 years old, that are missing. And we have many more melanated people out there. And they don't bring awareness like they do white children. They bring a lot of awareness to them kids, but you don't see the national media that talks majority about melanated kids. They are an afterthought to the nation. But it's up to you to bring your platform. Use your platform for the sake of good. Use your platform, the numbers that you got, to reach out and give that platform for these children. Bring them kids home. If you got a major platform, I encourage you to speak out for the ones that can't speak for themselves. I encourage you to speak out for the ones who cannot speak for themselves. Day Moon in the house. Grand rising to you. Lisa Lee in the house. Of course, Dr. Amara in the house. Miss Meat in the house. Cherokee in the house. I Infinity in the house. Peace and blessings to you. And we will never rise to where we want to be if we don't protect our youth. Copper Color TY in the house. Grand rising to you. Feathers up to you. I can be talking about genealogy all day long. I can be talking about who we are all day long, but it doesn't mean anything if our youth are dying. It does not mean anything if our youth are dying. What is the purpose? What is your purpose? You can't build without the youth. You can't build tribes without the youth. So you got to use your wiseness. You can't build tribes without the youth. So if our kids, and I just said kids, I got to get away from that. Our children is out here missing. And remember, I said kids are referred as a goat. So I slipped and said kids. Forgive me. Our children, shout out to Copper, the original Copper Empress. And you have to understand this. Without our youth, there's no us. When we die off, when we move on, There's no movement with us. If they are dead, there's no movement with us. Tanya Lord in the house. We can't you prosper without our youth. So if you have a big platform, if your platform is big enough where people can hear you, I need you to talk about these two young children that have been abducted. These two young children that are missing. We have to spread awareness about Bobby Charles. That young man down there in Louisiana, he has been murdered almost to comparison of Emmett Till. And no, we get so far off the thing and we forget about these things and we pass it because we figure it's not mine. It's not my children. It does not apply to me. I live a life that lives perfect. It does not apply to me, so I should not give a damn. But it applies to you because it affects you. It affects your tribe. Everything affects you. Whatever goes on with our youth, it affects you. You may not believe it, but it affects you. You can't have empathy for anybody else. You can't sympathize for anybody else. You are soulless. You can't feel somebody else's pain. You are soulless. You are not spiritual. Because our people are spiritual people. We care about people. See, we focus on the things that we focus on that are our lives. We surround our thinking, all that we care about is what goes on in our. When you say that you are chief, you say that you are chiefess, what are you doing in your community? What are you doing in your community? How many times you volunteered? What have you done? What is going to be your legacy? Is it only going to be about you? Is it only going to be about you and yours? You can't build with people that are on a higher energy if you're thinking just about you. You can't get to that next stage to where you need to be when you only think about you. See, people on social media show you what they want to show you. Social media shows you what they want to show you. You get mesmerized over Facebook because you can see half of what people want to show you. People only show you half of what they want to show you. They don't show you everything. They give you false precepts. They tell you what they want. You thinking they living high. You thinking that they living to the next level. You think that they perfect. You envy their lives. You look at their life wishing that you had their life. Not understanding that that person is nowhere near perfect. And they got many scorns just as worse as you do. But they only show you what they want you to show. Lady Solo in the house. People only show you what they want to show you. Social media is what it is. You got to understand a real person. And we get so caught up in what people have. See, the Most High, you can't take it with you. Or who you are and you are an Aborigine person, you are a spiritual person, and you realize that you can't take this with you. You can't take it with you. You are mesmerized on the outside of what people have done in the outside. You worried about what this person look like. Look at this person, how they got their outfit, what their hair look like. Celebrities, you drawn into what the world is. And you never looked at yourself. You never looked at how beautiful you are. You never knew what the true meaning is to love you. You never looked at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm okay. I tell people all the time that we cannot be a tribe without being together. If you think in this way and I'm thinking this way, and we all have struggles. And one thing about the Most High, you can be on top today, and you can be God. You can fall to the bottom tomorrow. You be on top today, and you can fall tomorrow, because we are greed. We live in greed. We live in greed. You're never going to reach your goals. You want to build tribes. You want to get to that ultimate level. But you can't feel what another person's have been through. You don't know what it's like to lose a child. You don't know what it's like to see somebody else's pain, because all you think about is yourself. And all you care about is you. But you think you can come in and claim a name. And you think that you can claim a name Aborigine. You want to be a part of the movement. Brian's in the house. You want to be a part of the movement, but you don't know what it's like to. You don't know what's your purpose. You don't understand your purpose. You are the Most High chosen people. And until you understand your purpose, you will never, ever evolve to the person that you should be. Copper Color TY said that's exactly why I gave up all my jewelry and my nice watches. All because of my melanated skin. It's all the jewelry I need. Think about that. And Ms. Trimson says, I think it'll be different tribes, villages of mind individuals that's going on. All won't see to join. That's things that I want people to understand, that leadership is earned. You don't have to somebody give you something. You got to earn it. People see who you are. People see your every move. You don't pat yourself on the back. You don't get to pat yourself on the back. You still got work. See, all the chiefs out there, you still got work. And your work will never be done, because you are a servant to your people. Your work will never be done until your people are safe. That's true. That's why you have to take a step back. You can't move forward without taking a step back. You cannot move forward unless you take a step back. And you got to be able to understand and look at your own folks. DBPA in the house. You got to be able to look at yourself and look at the things that you do. You know that you ain't right. You know that you should be better. You know that you can evolve to where you need to get. You know who you are. We can't keep blaming the white man for all the things that we fail. We can't keep blaming the white man because all we're doing is empowering the white man. The more you blame him, the more you empowering him. The more you talk about him, the more you mention his name, you are empowering the white man. And you may not even know it. The more you keep talking about it, the more you keep saying about that you can't get over your difficulties, the more you keep talking about you a slave, the more you keep mentioning slavery. Because who were you before slavery? Was you always a slave? Was your people, did you come out the womb a slave? Tell me, who were your ancestors before slavery? And that's when they damage you mentally. That's when they damage you mentally. And they corrupt your mind mentally. Cherokee said, I don't even shop like I used to do. This system has made billions off of us. Not millions, billions off of us. We have all kinds of artists that have sang Elvis Presley singing melanated copper people music, using the melanated copper people music. So many great artists, inventions that have been stolen away from melanated copper people. Inventions. And they have walked around and claimed things for themselves. I thought about the lady, the sweet lady who invented the ingredients for Kentucky Fried Chicken. And the colonel, doggone well, the white man ain't making no good chicken. But he stole her ingredients. And he made millions and billions off of her ingredients. And we don't understand that this has been going on for centuries. So I'm tired of talking about them and uplifting them and telling them how great they are, because that's what you're doing without even knowing that you're doing it. Because a generation of people, and this is what I want you to understand, that their youth is going to believe that they're more superior than your youth because of the stories that have been told falsely. Falsely. That's what I'm telling you. We got to change the thinking of our people. If you came in a chat, please, or if you're in the bushes, and if you don't like my content, press a dislike or a like. If you can, please support my channel. Yeah, rather you dislike it or not, I'd rather you hit the like button, even if you don't like what I'm saying. You can press the dislike button, even if you don't like what I'm saying. Because I'm fair. It's just my opinion. I'm fair. I want you guys to understand that. I don't mind somebody disagreeing with me. That's why they have a dislike button and they have a like button. But I am very, very thankful. I am very thankful for you guys. I am very thankful for you guys, very humble. Because the energy that comes to me is the ancestors. My passion comes from the ancestors. The highest energy of the Most High. So please don't forget these young boys, 3 and 4 years old, out of California. They are missing. They are missing, and we have to bring light to what's going on. The clothes you buy for your children, please check them for tracking devices. Wow, I never thought about that. Tanya, Lord, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being a great supporter of the Aborigine channel. The Aborigine channel. Because this is the Aborigine channel. Thank you so much, Copper Color TY. Same here. We are all very thankful. I am thankful for you guys. Because I ain't who I am without you. The support has been outstanding. The support has been outstanding. But never always watch people who cannot look at their own faults. Always watch people. If you always hear somebody always making excuses, never hold themselves accountable. You watch yourself around that person who never holds themselves accountable. You got to watch yourself. Always making excuses. Always making excuses on why they can't be better. You got to watch it. Because like I told you, I learn things every day. Just like I told you, I had healing inspiration. Shout out to that little young brother who's only 23 years old, and he taught this old dog a new trick. He taught this old dog a new trick. I had no idea that using the word kid was not the appropriate word to use for our melanated people. They were referring, kid is referring to your children as a goat. It's referring to your kid as a goat, an animal. And we have to understand. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm 45 years old and I didn't even know that. 45 years of my life and I never knew that a kid is a reference to being called an animal. That a kid is a reference to being called an animal. We got the roots in the house. Kick roots in the house. See, I didn't know this. And I tell people all the time that we don't know everything. You get around a person who think they know everything, you better get the hell away. Who can't vibrate and learn and give credit to the person that taught you that. Refuse to give credit, want to act like that's their knowledge. We all can learn from something. I'm still learning every day. So don't hold cheap. Peanut Nola 504, the Aborigine chief, don't hold me to every word that I say because you can correct me. And I will go back and do the research and then I will say that you were correct. We live on arrogance. And we can't fall back and say, I was wrong. You can teach me. I was wrong, and you can teach me. Having the name Chief does not mean I am God. It means I am a servant to you, a messenger, a servant. You are a God, but you're not the God. You're not the highest being of the sun. We got all these young men out here today. Oh, I'm God. I'm God. I'm God. That's the new word now. Look, go on, God. I'm a God now. But you ain't doing godly things. But you want to be called God, most high, the highest being. You want to be called these things, but you don't know what it takes to be God. You want to hold titles. You want to feel good about holding titles because you don't want to submit to the like him. He said those two boys might been sex trafficked. And I definitely agree with you. They may have taken these two boys and they may have this is a sex ring that has been going on for a very long time. They have been messing with they've been snatching little boys and girls. Sometimes y'all think it's just the little girls you gotta protect. No, we're not living in an era where you just have to protect the girls. You're living in an era where you gotta protect the boys. More so the boys now, because now they are doing satanic things, unnatural things, wicked things. Lady Solo said, you're never too old to learn, and have been with Peanut. I have learned a lot from Peanut. Thank you. Thank you. A lady did a card. It was taken upon high ups. A couple need money. A couple need money. It's a few missing in my hometown. I want you guys to understand that. We walking around calling ourselves God. I don't know if you are the person that's waking me up. God. You ain't the person that's waking me up. You ain't the high spirit that is waking me up. I hear the birds and the bees. The sun beams so high and it streams on us when we wake up. How dare you talk about you are God? And you don't even know how to do godly things, but you want to be God. I got to get off that, y'all. A spiritual person, and I ain't no religious person. I want you guys to know that. Ain't no white Jesus over here. I talk about the highest energy. That's what you got to understand. The man had PTS. The foster mom, the mom did drugs. Yes, that tells me a lot about this story. That tells me a lot. So what they did was they probably was selling these kids for sex. I'm assuming they are selling these kids for, I mean, I got to get away from kids. These melanated children for sex. I say kids again. And see, we got to reprogram ourselves. We got to reprogram ourselves. See, I'm trying to reprogram myself of some of the things that I used to say. I used to say black all the time. I'm trying to reprogram myself from that. I just learned some new knowledge, and I'm going back to the old knowledge. Forgive me. Forgive me. Yes, James in the house. James in the house. Yeah, we got Yahoo in the house. Yes. Yes. I know. I gotta get better with reprogramming myself. Okay, because I just found that new knowledge out, and I got to do better with reprogramming myself. Okay, that's the programming part, because we've been programmed a lot since we were young, just like we were programmed to believe that we are so-called African Americans. That's the same thing. In 1988, only 25 years ago, that they passed a bill for you to be a so-called African American. So it's all about reprogramming yourself. You know? I was shouting at you, YouTube. I've been watching the reports. That's right. And shout out to Osun. Osun has been spreading this awareness for a very long time since she broke the news. And Osun and Indigenous Warrior, they've been really on this truth for these two children who have been taken and they're missing. Shout out to them. Please subscribe to Osun. Very knowledgeable person. Okay, so I just want to tell you, like I said, we just have that energy. The stuff that you do in your life, have that same energy. Have that same energy for your tribes, your children. The stuff that you're talking about, if it means something, we got to start supporting the agenda of our melanated people. And we got to find some way to stop this demonic sex ring that has been going on. And we have to expose these demons who are out here stealing our children, expose these demons who are out here stealing our children, and they are molesting these little boys, these little girls, and we have to stop this. We have to stop this. And the only way we're going to stop this, we have to talk about it. And I'm glad that you guys came and we talked about it and everything. Just I'm thankful. Okay, I'm very thankful. Okay. But I'm going to close because I got to go back outside with the roofers. And I want to thank you once again for coming. I'm at home. And I really don't do things on a weekend. Lotus Gemini. Look at that stranger. Lotus Gemini in the house. How you doing, stranger? Relative. A relative can never be a stranger to me. We are all the most high chosen people. We are all the most high chosen people, the highest energy chosen people. I want you guys to that. So I want you guys to go out and grow something today. Put something in the ground for the ancestors. Go out and get some seeds, and I challenge you to put some seeds in the ground. Go grow a tree. Go do something that helps Mother Earth. Go do something that helps Mother Earth. Telepath God in the house. I challenge you to go out and put something in the ground. Grow you some food. Grow you some flowers. Grow you a tree. I challenge you. I challenge you. That's the challenge I want you to do. Help the environment. Help the environment. And if you out there, you see somebody under the bridge, go feed them. Go feed them. You got to go give them no beer money or nothing. No drugs. But it only takes one. It only takes one. So I'm out of here. I want to thank you guys for coming on the Indigenous channel, Peanut Nola 504, Aborigine Chief. For those who new, please subscribe to Peanut Nola 504. Also, remember, hit the like buttons. Also, share this video so my content can get out there even more. Because I'm going to tell you, YouTube is not showing love to a brother. I want you guys to know it don't get me out as much as I can. Please subscribe to Dr. Amira's channel. Let me tell you about Dr. Amira. Dr. Amira has a lot of stuff. She has a lot of medicines, a lot of things that she's herbs. She's teaching wellness. A shout out to Indigenous Warrior. peace and blessings to you. That brother broke the news. Him and old son, they broke the news. They get the glory. Please subscribe to that channel. Okay, CER. Please, this brother, please. I want y'all to subscribe to that channel. Lady Solo, also please subscribe to that channel. But remember that they're not getting me out there the way they should. So the more you press the like buttons, they cannot avoid my channel. Okay, they cannot avoid my channel. So peace and blessings. And I want to let you know, 504 Indigenous Warrior and we're gonna have a panel. Maybe we'll have Osun. We're gonna do a StreamYard panel. I don't know when I'm going to do it. Maybe I'll do it later on, or maybe I'll do it Monday. But we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna do a whole panel where you guys can actually hear what's going on. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna run it down to you guys one more time. The video. Maybe I can give a video. I'll give you guys the video one more time before I close out, so you guys can know what I'm talking about. So let me see 1 second. See if I can give this video one more time. Okay, I'm gonna play this video one more time so you guys can hear it. Okay, I'm gonna play it right now. I'll get it from the beginning so you guys can hear a little bit of what went on.
They got the call around 6 o'clock.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to read.
Gone missing in California City. Last night, and since then,
Give me 1 second.
Three-year-old and a 4-year-old boy who gone missing. They got the call around 6 o'clock last night, and since then, the community has been out searching for these two young boys. 17's Perla Shaheen joins us live from the parents' house in California City with more. Good evening, Perla.
Good evening, Eitan. Yes, we're about 70 miles east of Bakersfield right now. There's a big mystery over here, and many of the 14,000 residents of the city are very worried. California City Police say they searched this house last night with canines. The canines were looking for the scent of the two boys inside. They smelled the scent inside the house, but they didn't smell it leaving the house. So police are concerned that the children never even left the house. About an hour ago, Cal City Police drove the father and mother away. They weren't in handcuffs and went willingly with police, but police would not confirm why they took the mother and father away. Dozens of residents drove and walked around this home last night looking for the two boys. Right now, many of them are still out here waiting for an update from police. Many came out again today to continue the search. So far, they found nothing. Police told the parents to stay inside their house.
People took this very serious. We are a small town. So for one of our own to be missing, we took it personal.
Trying to give his name, but he said he appreciates the efforts of the community in searching for these children. Now, neighbors say that they haven't seen the two children for the past day and a half, but this is still an ongoing investigation. Police say that they need to have more evidence to even be able to search inside the house once more. In California City, Perla Shaheen.
Okay. that's the end. Once again, thank you guys. Google it, take a look at it, and we're gonna have a panel, and you guys will be welcome to come on. I'm probably gonna do it Monday, probably Tuesday, most likely Monday or Tuesday. We're gonna have a panel, and we're gonna talk about it. We're not gonna let these kids message, about these kids go in vain. They smell stitch of smells, so that what they're saying basically the kids are dead. So the neighbors smell foul smells already. Okay, so it's it's terrible. This is not good. It doesn't sound good, and man, it's just like I said. If you don't feel that, you never will know what pain is. Because like I said, I have four sons of my own, and I wouldn't know what it's like to lose a child. So if you don't hurt and you don't feel something, you're just not. You don't have a soul. You don't have a soul. 3 and 4 years old children. 3 and 4 years old. The Fosters are a suspect. The Fosters are a suspect. Okay, I want you guys to know that. So thank you guys. I'm out of here.